Thank you so much, Mayor Anne Hidalgo. Thanks so much for your invitation to this panel and discussion. Climate crisis is a reality. So we in Bogota, jointly with other 5 governors in our country, declared the climate crisis last February and make a round of compromises for the next 10 years to reduce air pollution, to adapt and to mitigate our cities with specific plans to the climate crisis. For example, we are now increasing the budget to historical records of our environmental institutions. We set, by first time in history in Bogota, specific goals to reduce pollution and to improve air quality in our city. For example, we decided to reduce at least 10% in the next 3 years the level of PM 2.5, PM 10 in our air. We are now setting a goal of reducing by 15% the emissions in our public transportation system by 2024 and by 50% by 2030, jointly with national goals in this topic too. Of course, to achieve these goals in air pollution, in air quality, in reducing pollution, in reducing emissions, require precise policies and programs. For example, Bogota is well known around the world for being the developing capital city of bike. We have 550 bike roads kilometers in our city. And in the next 4 years, we're gonna increase, not only improve and do appropriate maintenance of these 550 kilometers, but to increase by 226 additional kilometers this infrastructure for biking. Also improving, we are decided and committed to build our land zoning plan for the next 15 years based on achieve our city from 2 hours on average to be a city of 30 minutes on average. Being able to have green districts and green corridors. Corridors in which we redistribute the space, the public space. We take away a space for cars based on diesel and gasoline and to improve the quantity and quality of a space for pedestrians, for bikes, but also to devote more space and more incentives for Euro 6, preferably electric public transportation. We are right now building and expanding our metro network. We are connecting the metro network of Bogota with the railroad network regionally, with the province of Cundinamarca that is surrounding to Bogota. And we are committed in the next 4 years to translate to 70% of zero or very low emissions our public transportation bus system. We're also providing incentives for people, not only to use bikes, but also to transform or to buy electric cars or low emissions cars and modes of transportation, preferably public or the public system of bikes too. We're also doing an enormous challenge and work in education. I'm sure the new generations, the children, the girls and boys of the city of Bogota, they are the ones who are gonna teach us, who are gonna better equipped to teach us as adults the new challenges, the new habits that we need to have for this era of climate change. So we're working together with the education mission to allow the children for at least one day to educate the adults. The entire city will stop. The entire people, adult people of Bogota will stop and listen to the kids that are better equipped and better compromised, much more compromised than us, to teach us to live and to change our patterns of life in this climate change era. So all these sort of measures, from pedagogic measures, educational measures, budget measures, transportation and mobility sustainable transportation and mobility measures. Specific goals and budgets allowed us to be quite optimistic that we're gonna commit to reduce by 15% the emissions by 2024, to reduce it by 50% by 2030, and with other cities in the world to be by 2050 carbon free. So this is our commitment. These are the sort of experiences and measures that we are taking at the moment. We hope to learn from you, also to be inspired by other experiences around the world from cities like Paris and many others around the world, to commit to this centennial commitment in this generation to reduce emissions and to be aware that climate change is by far a much more dangerous threat to humanity than even the COVID-19 pandemic.